Bonjour et bienvenue, je m'appelle Herman. Hello and welcome, my name is Herman. Today's lesson will be about la forme interrogative. La forme interrogative, part 1. So what are we going to be talking about in this lesson? Let's see. Well, I'm pretty sure you will have a hint by looking at the following statements. The first one, vous allez bien. Again, vous allez bien, which means you're doing okay. Vous allez bien. The next one, elle va bien. Elle va bien. She's okay. Elle va bien. And we can come up with a third one. How about tu déjeunes ici? Tu déjeunes. Tu déjeunes ici. Tu déjeunes ici. Déjeuner, to have lunch. Tu déjeunes ici. So these three statements, as you can see, end with a question mark. So by forme interrogative, we simply mean forming questions, asking questions. That's what we meant by forme interrogative. More on that topic. So, asking questions, forme interrogative are the same. Now, we have what we call l'interrogation simple. L'interrogation simple, this is a type of questioning, a type of questions that will only allow for yes or no answers, oui ou non. So, une interrogation simple is an interrogation, a question that will take yes or no as an answer, for an answer. So, that's what we mean by interrogation simple. In today's lesson, we're going to focus on one type of interrogation simple interrogation, that is called, that is using a method called l'intonation montante. L'intonation montante. What do we mean by intonation montante? Intonation means intonation. Intonation means intonation, and montante means rising, rising. So the rising intonation is a way of asking a question by raising your intonation in your statement, usually at the end of your statement. As you can see from the previous slides, when we said vous allez bien, this was a simple question, a simple interrogation, une interrogation simple, in the sense that it will only allow a yes or no. Yes, I'm good. No, I'm not. Right? Oui, je vais bien. Non, je ne vais pas bien. So this is une interrogation simple. And we have also used the method called intonation montante. Vous allez bien. We're raising our intonation at the end. Vous allez bien. Elle va bien. She's okay. She's okay. So this is the intonation montante method, using the interrogation simple, inviting a yes or a no answer. So more on this topic. The intonation method, the rising intonation method, is considered informal in French. Okay, you will usually use it with someone that you know, that's someone that you are familiar with. A family member, a close friend, a classmate, a colleague. You will usually use this because it's considered informal. If you were speaking to a stranger or someone of a higher authority than yours, you will, let's say your boss, you will use a different kind of questions. But for someone that you consider a close friend or a family member, you will be just fine using the rising intonation method. So it's a casual way of asking a question. That's all we mean by that. Next, in order to achieve that, as we said before, you need to raise the intonation at the end of your statement. Let's say we have a declarative statement, a statement where we declare something, where we state something. For example, tu manges, you eating, or you eat, tu manges. Here you can see that towards the end of our statement, we lower the intonation. Tu manges, tu manges, you eating. Now, to have this declarative sentence here turned into a question by intonation, you will have to raise the intonation at the end Tu manges. Tu manges. Meaning, are you eating? You eating? Tu manges. Let's have another example. Vous habitez ici. You live here. Vous habitez ici. Now, making this into a question, like, you living here? Are you living here? We will say, vous habitez ici. Again, vous habitez ici. So we're raising our voice at the end of the statement. Here, the stress was on ici. Vous habitez ici. Vous habitez ici. This was a declarative statement. Vous habitez ici. So this is a very simple way of asking questions in French by raising the intonation at the end of your statement. All right. Now, to end this lesson, we have an oral exercise where we will be reading two kinds of statements. The first one in the declarative form and the next interrogative form by intonation. We will need to turn the declarative statement into a question by raising the intonation. So let's go ahead and read the sentences in the declarative form first. Elle est ici. Elle est ici. She's here. Again, elle est ici. Ils sont méchants. Ils sont méchants. They are mean. Ils sont méchants. Vous êtes français. Vous êtes français. You are French. Elles sont grandes. Elles sont grandes. They are tall, or they are, it could be tall, it could be big, it could be adult. Grande here could mean many things, but let's stick with tall for now. Elles sont grandes. Il est mexicain. Il est mexicain. He's a Mexican. So here we have the statements in the declarative form. Now, how do we turn them into the interrogative form? By intonation? Well, we simply will have to raise the intonation at the end of our statement. In the first case, elle est ici, she's here. The question, elle est ici, elle est ici, she's here, elle est ici. Next, ils sont méchants, ils sont méchants, ils sont méchants, ils sont méchants. Vous êtes français, vous êtes français. Elles sont grandes, elles sont grandes. Il est mexicain, il est mexicain. So go ahead and record or read aloud these statements, which you can record if you wish, and post your recording in the French lab for everyone to listen to if you feel courageous enough. And I will be happy to provide some assistance if necessary. Merci et à très bientôt. Au revoir. Bye.